Oh, I remember another time I almost got into an accident because like it was pretty wild. So I was driving back home from work, and then I saw it happen all in front of me. There was like there were two cars in the emergency lane. I believe. I guess they had a prior accident at that time already. It was like super late because it was back when my overtimes were crazier than it already was. And so those two cars, people were outside of the cars just like talking to each other, trying to figure stuff out by the looks of it. And there was another car driving like kind of like 2 lanes away from me, so and right next to the emergency lane. And what that car did was I don't know if that dude was sleeping. I don't know what that dude was thinking, but he went into the emergency lane. No, it didn't even spin out of control. He drove into the emergency lane where the two cars that had an accident prior to everything had been parked and crashed into both cars. I don't know what happened to the humans in there, but humans that were like standing next to it. But the car went into the emergency lane, struck two cars, which cost, was it 1 or 2? It cost one of the cars to like crash into the like wall that was right next to the emergency lane, and then the other car, I don't know what happened to it, but the car that crashed into both cars also like hit it and then got flung back towards me, I guess. But thankfully I sped up instead of slowing down, so it didn't hit me. But I can't say the same for the other cars that were behind me. And as I said, it was late at night, so most cars were speeding. So there were other cars that ended up being involved in that incident. I got really curious about it and looked it up the next day, because I was like, oh, that seems to be a big accident. I feel like this is gonna be on the news, but it wasn't. I was like, oh, no big surprise though, honestly. Big accidents like to happen like on a daily basis. Bigger accidents than that. I've seen, well, I haven't seen it, but I've had to experience road closures because trucks fell off of freaking bridges, meaning the entire roads needed to be blocked because of it. And what other things? Oh, people who went to who wanted to jump off of the bridges too. And what happens is if people want to jump off the bridges and basically
do a flip.
Yeah, they need to stop the entire traffic until they get that handled. Because of that, because of those two incidents, I remember like being late to work by 3 hours, I think, because they refused to open the freaking roads up. It was fine though, because I was one of the first people that arrived at work even then. I was one of the first people, and like after I arrived, like an hour later, the other co-workers and even the superior started arriving. I mean, of course I was first, because even back then I used to come out to work at like 5 a.m. There was an incident where a tractor trailer jackknifed across all lanes, and oh yeah, if a freaking trailer is involved in an accident, yeah, that's gonna get pretty insane. There's a lot of trailer accidents, honestly, that's really dangerous. I've seen trailers on fire. I've seen trailers like completely block off the entire freeway sideways. I've seen trailers go to like incoming traffic on accident and causing like accidents. People wild, guys. So I would honestly ride public transportation if I could, but public transportation, at least where I live, sucks. It's a bit better, and I know public transportation is fine in Japan and Korea, for sure. I don't know where else. I think Europe also has decent public transportation, no? Airi has seen a lot. I mean, considering the fact that I spend like 6 hours in a car on an everyday basis, yeah, I get a lot of chances to see a lot of wild things, actually. A lot of wild car accidents, for sure. The number of car accidents actually went up post-COVID. I did realize this. Because before COVID, there weren't that many. And then all of a sudden after like COVID, there's like a car accident every 5 minutes, I swear.
My fellow brothers, in the face of our common dangers, in this winter of our hardship, remember these timeless words, as we can.